Have you ever wondered why it's so hard to save money or get ahead financially? Well, you're not alone. It might even be because of some of the reasons that I'm holding right here that are holding you back. In today's video, we're going to be taking a look at 5 money traps that are keeping you from becoming rich. Hey guys, Sean here with The Modest Wallet, where we try to make money simple. There's a lot of noise out there. There's a lot of ways you can get stuck from wealth building because you're just doing life, not really fully thinking about how the things you're doing now could have major negative effects on your financial life later on. Now, we don't want you to feel that way or go down that path, so definitely listen up. Let's get started. First on the list is a lack of financial planning. So what does that mean? A great way to look at this is not having a budget or a long-term financial goal in place. If you don't have a roadmap, how do you know where you're going to be going? Without a clear, and I mean clear plan, individuals may overspend, fail to save, or invest unwisely, hindering their path to wealth. Start with a budget. Tell your money where to go each and every month. Now you can do this by accounting for all the monthly income as well as all your monthly expenses. Then you need to create your categories and give each category a budgeted number that you're going to stay under for each month. A budget can be as simple or as complex that you want it to be. If you want to know every single detail, then a spreadsheet is going to work great. If you want that, but you also want to be more hands-off, then there are several budgeting apps that allow you to link your bank accounts and cards so that expenses automatically are deducted from your budgeting categories. I'll make sure I include any budgeting app links that we've already reviewed on the channel in the description below, so you can definitely check those out. Now, maybe you're a little more old school and budgeting apps and spreadsheets are just too overwhelming for you. If that's the case, then the simple envelope system might be just for you, where you have an envelope for every category of your budget. In those envelopes is where you keep the cash for each month. Now, this is super hands-on and really allows you to sort of feel where your money is going. You tend to feel cash purchases more than when you just swipe a card. Now, budgeting is the main part of this first money trap, but having a lack of financial planning means you're not considering your child's education, which can be super expensive, or even your livelihood in retirement, which may seem like a long ways away, but it is critical for financial success in your future. Whatever you do, I highly suggest that you start planning your financial future right now. The second money trap keeping you from becoming rich is accumulating excessive debt. Not all of it revolves around these things, but if you're going to use credit cards, you can't rely on them and other loans without a clear repayment strategy, which for credit cards is to pay them off at the end of every month or don't use them at all. High interest credit card debt can accumulate very quickly and become a significant financial burden for you. Paying only the minimum amount each month extends the debt duration and increases the total interest paid, making it harder to save and invest. High interest debt can erode wealth through interest payments, making it difficult to build savings or invest for the future. Now, let's face it, unexpected expenses are really just part of life. But having an emergency fund can help you cover those costs without having to go into debt. With that said, aim to save 3 to 6 months of expenses, those living expenses, in an easily accessible account. Car companies with their car loans, higher education with student loans, and banks looking to give you money in the form of HELOCs or home equity loans do not have your back or your best interest in hand. It's so easy to want each of those things, but delaying those cars, schooling, and those HELOCs until you have cash will absolutely be worth it. Don't be a slave to the lender. Now, I'm sure you've probably heard it, but debt can be, in some regards, a tool at times, especially when it involves maybe a good piece of real estate, but please be very careful. It's important to really manage debt like that. When you're trying to use debt to make money, it's hard to manage that responsibly. High interest debt, such as credit card debt, can quickly spiral out of control and eat away at your savings. Try to avoid carrying a balance on your credit cards and only borrow what you can afford to repay within a reasonable time frame. The third money trap you can easily find yourself in is living beyond your means, or in other words, trying to keep up with the Joneses. Social media and societal pressures can make it easy to compare yourself to others and feel like you need to spend money on things that you can't really afford to maintain a certain lifestyle. Focus on your own financial goals and avoid falling into the trap of impulse purchases to keep up with appearances. One thing that I do when I'm trying to figure out if I should buy something or not is to write it out and write out the things that I want, things that I need. So I'll write want next to that item, or I'll want need, something that is more necessary for life. And what this does is it helps to really rationalize my decision. For example, I might write down a new computer, new running shoes, one of those wagons to pull all 3 of our kids in, maybe even a new set of golf clubs. Now, I could use the computer to help me be more productive. I could use it to help me make more money. I could use the new running shoes to help me be more motivated to run more often. The wagon would be super helpful with traveling with 3 young kids. And the golf clubs would sure be nice, as I've had the same clubs for the last 15 years, so it's time for a change. Now, all of those things are things that I sort of want. They're not actually things that I completely need. But if I were to rank them, computer and wagon would definitely come first, but only when I had the cash to pay for them. Regularly spending more than what is earned leads to a cycle of debt and financial stress. Overspending can prevent individuals from saving and investing, ultimately hindering their wealth accumulation. Resisting the urge to keep up with the Joneses and living within your means is crucial for financial stability and long-term wealth. Instead, focus on your personal financial goals rather than external comparisons, and make mindful spending choices to ensure a secure future. The 4th money trap keeping you from being rich is ignoring or delaying investment opportunities. Delaying or avoiding investing or waiting for the perfect time can be detrimental to your wealth building journey. Procrastination can lead to missed opportunities for compounding, and compound growth is absolutely essential for long-term wealth accumulation. If your employer offers a 401k, especially if they are going to match whatever money you put in, you need to take full advantage of that. That would be your first opportunity in investing to absolutely prioritize. Taking advantage of any tax-advantaged accounts is also huge. Roth IRAs, in my opinion, are the best other way to really grow your money, especially because the earlier you start, the better you'll be due to compounding interest, as we mentioned. You pay the tax on the invested money up front, but you can draw in retirement tax-free, including any and all growth. Let's just look at a simple example of how timing really matters when you're investing. Joe is 23 years old and invests $500 a month into a Roth IRA that earns 10% annually, and Seth starts investing $500 a month into a Roth IRA at age 40, earning the same 10% annually. They both decide to withdraw at age 63. Joe, who started at a very young age, would have approximately $3,138,446, while Seth would have approximately $537,295. Who would you rather be, Joe or Seth? I think we all know we'd rather be Joe in this specific situation. Failing to invest or delaying investing can lead to missed opportunities for wealth growth. Relying solely on savings accounts with low interest rates doesn't keep up with inflation, diminishing your purchasing power over your money over time. Our 5th and final money trap, keeping you from being rich, are get-rich-quick schemes. If something sounds too good to be true, it probably is. Avoid get-rich schemes that promise high returns with very little effort. These schemes are often scams and can result in a significant financial loss. Now, we all have social media, which does have some benefits, but obviously a lot of downfalls as well. Anyone, and I mean anyone, can say something about something, whether it is true or not, and this is where you're going to really need to use your wisdom to discern what is truthful and what is not. Now, I say this as sort of an influencer myself. Now, it's weird to say that, but if you do examine what I do here on YouTube and other platforms, it's definitely sort of true. Here at the Modest Wallet, we want to be here to help you navigate all the noise on investing or getting rich quick schemes like so many others are looking to promote. We hope as a media company that we can build trust with our audience to help you decipher which path you should go with. And we do the research, that we do the testing so that you don't have to. And whenever someone starts guaranteeing a certain high rate of return, it's probably a big red flag. So definitely be careful and don't fall for something that is either too complicated to understand or where someone just wants you to send them money to start getting those massive returns. This doesn't have to be through social media either. People can be pretty gimmicky in person as well, so do your research or just stick with good old-fashioned stocks, bonds, ETFs, and mutual funds. Thank you so much for watching. Remember, avoiding these 5 money traps is crucial for long-term wealth building. Definitely stay vigilant with your finances, make smart spending choices, and invest wisely. If you did find some value in this video, don't forget to subscribe, share this with any of your friends to help them along in their financial journey. Thanks again, and I'll see you in the next video.